Shortly before the attack, Philip Manshaus, hereafter referred to as the shooter, had shot and killed his adopted stepsister at their family home. On the way to the Al-Noor Islamic Center, the shooter sang what is described as neo-Nazi tunes and says, "For Ebba, for Europe, for Norway." Upon arriving, he expressed surprise that there were so few cars there. The shooter arrives at the mosque wearing a helmet with a GoPro mounted on it. The GoPro is recording his actions. He is also wearing a blue NATO sweater, a dark blue hat, a white singlet, black fingerless gloves, a white susp marked with a T, a bulletproof vest, green military trousers, white leg protectors and knee protectors, a blue elbow protector, earplugs, a brown cartridge belt with rifle cartridges, a shotgun cartridge belt, a white handkerchief, burgundy socks, a green military helmet, and brown field boots with nails underneath. He is equipped with a Browning shotgun, a rifle with a binocular sight, and the .22 caliber rifle which was used to murder his stepsister. The .22 caliber rifle would be left in the back of his car and would not be used in the attack. The shooter exits his car and approaches the main entrance to the mosque, but is prevented from entering by a code lock. The shooter then heads towards one of the emergency exits. He fires 4 times through the window in the door, kicks in the rest of the glass, and enters the mosque. Prayers had already been completed earlier, leaving only 3 worshippers inside at the time of the attack. The shooter proceeds further into the mosque. He aims at one of the worshippers and fires twice, missing. The shooter drops the rifle and retrieves his over and under shotgun, which was over his shoulder. He fires the shotgun once, not hitting anyone, and is rushed by one of the worshippers. Another comes to assist. During the fight, Mohammed Rafiq was injured by the shooter after the shooter attempted to gouge out his own. The fight continued on for about 20 minutes before the police arrived. When the police arrived, the shooter stated that there were more like him and that there would be more attacks. In May of 2020, the trial began for the shooter. During the trial, it came out that the shooter originally planned to kill as many as possible, then set fire to the building. The shooter stated the attack's purpose was to invoke serious fear in the Muslim population and inspire others to take similar actions. He explained in court that the attack was poorly planned and regretted that he was not able to kill more. The defense argued that the shooter was insane during the time of the attack and should be acquitted and subjected to compulsory mental health care. The shooter was found by the court to not be under the influence of drugs at the time of the attack, not psychotic at the time of the attack, and, on June 11, 2020, was unanimously sentenced to 21 years in prison with a minimum term of 14 years and a provision that he should be imprisoned indefinitely if determined to be a threat to society. After the sentence, the shooter was asked by the court if they wished to appeal the sentence, to which the shooter stated, "I do not plead guilty, so I cannot pass judgment. That would be contradictory. I have decided not to appeal. It would be a formal legitimation of the courts, which I consider an unfortunate signal, as the courts do not recognize the fundamental rights of the European people."